Hello. Hi, Angèle. It,
Hi,
hi.
Naya.
It's so nice to see you again. I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon because we are creating this beautiful retreat together. So, Angèle, we met each other in Morocco. How long ago? 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
10 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
And at the time you were running this beautiful retreat center in Morocco. So this is when we connected, and you are a naturopath and you're leading a fasting retreat since many
Yeah.
years. So we have decided, the two of us together, to create this beautiful retreat around fasting and combining fasting and gentle yoga together. So I was really curious to ask you, how did you start fasting? And like, how was that journey? How did you begin? Like, what motivated you to even start fasting at the beginning?
It's important to share our experience about this. So my very first experience in fasting was in 2014, so more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
And at that time, I was studying naturopathy.
Mhm.
So we were hearing so much incredible benefits about fasting that I became so curious to experience it for myself. And during that training I was doing, I went to a fasting retreat in the French Alps, very beautiful place where they were doing fasting retreats regularly, and it was surrounded by nature and mountains. Very important for me to be in a beautiful place in nature. And then I was very attracted by the program, but it was also a bit challenging because we were climbing every day because of the mountains around and doing a lot of activities. It was the day was full. It was quite a very active fasting retreat. But finally, when I started with the group, it became amazing to see how our body could adapt to such activity without eating anything. And I actually felt more and more energy day after day, and mental clarity, and also this sense of lightness, especially in the belly, which gave me more energy also. Really good feeling of well-being feeling, yes, yeah. And I was really fascinating to see how our body, because it was the older group, quite older group, feeling this also. We noted that our body could renew and function very well without eating, and just when we were giving him the opportunity to rest from digestion. And, exactly. Yes, so this first experience was really amazing for me, and it changed my perception of health also, because I realized that our body is really powerful and it can keep us in good health finally, just when we give him space to rest and to renew, to regenerate everything. So I started to trust more my body deeply and to listen more carefully what it was trying to tell me sometimes. And now, since that time, I continue fasting once or twice a year, yeah, in average. And in 3 years later, so in 2017, I started to organize also fasting retreats, share this experience and to allow more people to experiment it. Now I think I've accompanied like maybe 500 people to do this.
Amazing, yeah. And it
Yeah,
sounds like it was a very liberating
yeah,
experience. That first
yeah,
time when you fasted, like a kind of seeing, oh wow, my body can do all of these
yeah,
things, even
yeah,
though I'm
exactly.
not eating, and
Yeah,
actually giving the digestive system a rest kind of frees up so much energy. for that regeneration, resting of that system that is kind of overworked in our day-to-day life.
Exactly.
And giving the body still movement and feeling like, okay, I'm in nature, I can walk, I can. I think like with the lifestyle we have nowadays, where we have there's a lot of emphasis on nutrition, on what to eat and how to eat. You know, there's a lot of what is the right diet and etc. There is not that much emphasis on actually making some space to let the body can rest, and then naturally the body can heal itself and then handle food in a completely different way after also.
And I felt really it can rebalance everything.
Like a reset.
And it's powerful.
It is.
And what about you, Leila? What was your first experience, fasting experience?
So me, fasting, I had tried fasting several times on my own, like alone, and it never really clicked. I always thought, oh, fasting is not for me. I was not attracted to it at all. Like I was like, from the experience of trying it on my own, I was like, no, this is not really for me. And then I came across, there was a woman that I met here. She's in the school where my son goes, and she's a mother. And she was saying she was doing it with a group of people. So she had the support and of somebody guiding her and all of that. And she said, oh, I'm going to do another one at this point, at this stage, and if you want, you can join. And I was really like, okay, I will try. I wasn't sure what I was getting into, but I didn't enter it with big expectations. But I did have quite a bit of like feeling always bloated and feeling, you know, like ever since I became a mom, like I didn't have so much space and time for dedicating to my self-care practice like I used to have before becoming a mom. In a way, I was really struggling, with like I was gaining much more weight, and I was like always bloating, and I was eating more food, but I just felt like my whole system was more sluggish and less like my digestive system like wasn't going very well. So I had that feeling. So I thought, no, probably it would do me good to do a fasting or to try it again.
Exactly.
When I did it, I was so surprised how much rejuvenation it gave me. Like the kind of the real deep resting in my system, like, and the clarity that you mentioned, you know, the mental clarity, and it was a kind of a reset for my whole digestive system. It was so beneficial. I really felt like a renewed, like a new person after it. So I really kind of fell in love with fasting then, by really doing it for a whole week, you know, to go through the whole process, because it's also an arc, you know, like a kind of a journey you go through from. And it's really helpful to have the support of a group and to have somebody who is there to help you, take you also by the hand and say, yes, this is what you're experiencing. It's totally normal.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very interesting. And since that first experience, you did several times, huh? Yeah.
I did, because I really realized I had to clear out a lot. I think I had a lot of kind of silent inflammation just in my system, and I feel so much better on many levels, like even like my lower back feels much more like stable, because your digestive system influences everything.
Everything.
Yeah. It's exactly 1 year ago that I did my first fast, and now today I'm on my fourth. I'm on the last day of my fourth fast. So this year is a little bit intense. I don't think I will keep doing it that intensively.
At the beginning, yeah.
At the beginning,
yeah.
to kind of clean out as much as possible.
Yeah, then you will keep the balance.
Exactly, yeah. But I think even just, to do it once a year, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Angèle, why do you think that detoxification is so important in this time of, like in the times we live now?
Yeah, I think it is particularly important now because we are really, really exposed to a wide range of environmental toxins nowadays, really, unfortunately, because I think it's increasing. And this includes micropolluants in the air, in the water, pesticide residues, in food particularly, but also, and that is more annoying, is like persistent waste such as heavy metals or PFAS. We are talking a lot about those toxins now, and because they are increasingly present in our environment. And I've read a lot of study about this. It is very difficult for our body to get rid of them, those persistent toxins, because our body needs a lot of nutrients and different operations to neutralize them. And it's a heavy work for the liver, particularly. And under normal condition, it's difficult to get rid of those toxins. So that's the main point for me regarding new studies, scientific studies now. But I also think that our modern lifestyles adds another load of with stress, for example, in our life that can be difficult also to deal with because our body can become weaker and the detoxification system, for example, according to me, is less efficient during stress period and which this exposure to stress. So in this context, I think fasting is really a good solution to give our body the opportunity to support natural elimination because there's less energy for digestion, so we keep it for detoxification. Yeah. So that's the main the main reason for me to fast nowadays. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe you have other ideas.
For sure, I feel it's like when we look at our household, like when you have a household and you clean it and you dust it, when you put, imagine when you don't take care of your household for months and years at the time, becomes like a really unfriendly environment to live in, right? But when you but the feeling is like there's a little bit of effort into cleaning your house, right? But once it's all clean, it's so nice. You feel so good in a space that is well organized, when it smells good, when the air is good. And then you're naturally, once your house is actually really clean, you're much more likely to make it more like a regular thing,
Yeah.
And I feel our busy lives, they don't leave us much time for the deep cleaning, I think it's very much important. It's a balance between the nutrition and the detoxification. We need to bring it into a balance, that these two elements need to come into a harmony. Only if we make enough space, we can actually receive the nutrients also then in a balanced way. So I find, it's like a housekeeping. That is really, really important to do. And it's so empowering because you are like your body is healing itself. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's something coming from the outside. It's not some kind of outer, that I'm waiting for somebody to do it to me, but I am empowering. I'm giving my own system the opportunity to heal itself, and that's so precious and so empowering to do.
Yeah.
To be
Thanks.
able to have that, and feels very, very liberating.
Yeah. Thank you.
Angèle, I was curious to ask you, what do you think are the signs if somebody, what are the signs that really indicate that a detoxification would actually be really useful from the people that you meet through your coaching and your guidance? What would you say? What are the top indicators that it's really kind of calling for a detox?
Exactly. There are many because we are all different. But one of the first signs I've seen through the people I accompany and I follow is can be persistent fatigue, tiredness. This is one of the first one I see. So people can wake up tired even after sleeping, after a good night, but or need a lot of coffee, for example, to start the working day, the day with.
Yeah.
So the needing of stimulants and also feeling very low energy during the day, needing to rest. And the second very important signs can be, according to me, digestive discomfort, as you talked about. This is very common and it's a big sign the body is trying to send to us. Like, for example, bloating, heaviness after meals, or very slow digestion. Also constipation, acid reflux, that can be also very annoying. And other people can feel really sugar cravings. That is sign that the digestive system is really can be really overloaded.
Overloaded, absolutely.
Overloaded. Absolutely. And it needs really a rest. And I have also seen other signs like on the skin because it can also reflect internal imbalance. With, for example, acne, even that during teenager time, but afterwards. Eczema, inflammation on the skin also. Or just a tired looking skin, but all the time. And that's also important to take into consideration. And some people also can feel like poor concentration or brain fog, also irritability, regular small headaches. That's it's a feeling also that brain circulation is not doing very well and it's overloaded also.
Signs of being of the backed up system.
And sometimes it's really a feeling of inflammation in the body. Everywhere. With also a lot of joint pains. And less flexibility. That's also a sign and can be also improved with fasting a lot.
Absolutely.
So that was the main sign I see with the people doing fasting retreat regularly. And it really improved that. And it's just the way that the body is asking for rest and space to rebalance. I feel that. And we talked about physical aspects most of the time, but also well-being, feelings, and such good effects of fasting. But it's not only about food and the digestive system, but it it's also deeper emotional and maybe also for some people spiritual experience. What do you think about that? Did you also feel that during your fasting experience?
I think in all the spiritual tradition, fasting is actually part of it. Yeah, and even in our culture, there's like fasting period was always part of life, actually, and it's really important because it is like the moment you don't consume any more food of your system, actually, I guess the time to realign itself for the soul, it's more easy to shine through. It feels like something becomes more permeable in that process. And the last time when I did a fast, I was again the first time drinking a juice after my fast. I was drinking the juice, and when I was drinking, it became like such a sacred moment. You know, it was like I was drinking this juice with the oranges, and I was seeing the tree and the tree that grew and the fruit that grew and the sunlight it drew, and it felt like in that orange there's like pure sunlight kind of charging, and it felt like it was really a very powerful experience that was emotionally very touching to actually feel so connected. And so that was something that I feel is very powerful in the way you honor your connection with everything that is around you in a different way. So it feels like it creates like a foundation for a life that is more interconnected with everything. So yeah, it is very spiritually speaking, I find it's very connecting to kind of your central axis, and it realigns you with something within you that is very clear. A clear experience of realigning your system, because there's not even that busyness of, okay, what am I now? I have to go and shop, and now I have to go and cook, and now I have to go and prepare the meal or choose what I'm going to eat, and then I have to digest it, and then I have to eliminate all of that and take all of that out. It kind of makes all of that space that suddenly, now I can feel my being in that space, and I can feel my essence. I can get in touch with the essence of my being in a way that is very profound. On an emotional level also, I find there's a lot of clearing, a lot of cleansing happening there too. Also backed up, just in the same way that our bodies are backed up. Our emotion can also be too full of too much things contained, that they can also start to flow and release and be more spacious. So I feel it's really, yeah, on all levels, the effect of fasting is really beneficial on all levels.
Yeah, perfect. I also share this feeling. Yeah, to be more connected.
Yeah, more connected to our
Yeah.
inner wisdom, our inner guidance, and our
Yeah.
body, to listen much more to the body, to what it actually, that was probably one of the big takeaway that I had from my very first fast, is that when I came back to eating, I ate something, and then I realized immediately when something was good for me or something wasn't.
Yeah.
And that it kind of, the gap created that space for me to be able to notice that. Before I wouldn't, which just, you just eat what you're used to eating.
Yeah.
But suddenly there was something that was like, oh, look, this one doesn't really feel so good in my system. So, and from there, it was really easy to make better choices then for
the daily life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what do you think about this? What role can the practice play and help to to do the fasting process for you, for example. Yeah.
The type of practice that we're going to do is really going to be supportive in helping to gently ease into the body and regulate the nervous system, and to create like an even more easeful journey with it. It's going to be very supportive to move the body, because we all need, our bodies are kind of designed to move. We kind of thrive through movement, and movement also gently brings everything into circulation. So whatever needs to maybe flush out or move through the system, the lymphatic system will get gently moving. Yeah. Instead of being like stagnant and kind of just waiting or just resting. Sometimes it's more useful to do some gentle movement to help the body to come back to its own naturalness. So it's really going to be about that, and going to help release tensions from the system that maybe have accumulated, and releasing some of the patterns, maybe the postural patterns of holding tensions here. And then that's going to really help to free the body and feel more at ease. And the breathing, like when the body is more soft and more relaxed, we naturally can breathe more, get more oxygen. And the oxygen is so important also to help the whole healing journey and of our system. So, and we're going to do the practice in a beautiful place outside in nature with trees, and so that is also going to help us feel connected with everything around us. So yeah, the yoga is going to be gentle.
It helps really.
Yeah. To have a rhythm of some, that okay, at this time and this time I'm doing this, and it's a steady rhythm. That is also that gives also a kind of a container for fasting, rather than just thinking, okay, if I'm not going to eat, what am I going to do the whole day? It's like, but no, it's actually, okay, I have the practice, then I have a juice, then I'm going to go for a walk,
and hiking,
and I'm going to swim. All of these things are going to structure the week in a way that is
yeah, okay. Yeah, very good. We are really looking forward to sharing this together.
What would you say to somebody who is a little bit intimidated by the idea of fasting, or afraid of if they can do it, if they think like, oh, I'm not sure I can manage? What would you say to somebody who is attracted, but at the same time is feeling like, I'm not sure I can manage to do it? Like, what would you say?
Yeah, what I felt the first time was very attractive. But so first I would say that it's completely normal because everybody, I think, is feeling a bit of a fear or intimidation, because when you never did it, it's completely normal.
Yeah.
And from the outside, it can seem quite extreme or difficult. But in reality, what I see with a lot of people doing fasting retreat is when you start it particularly in a very nice environment, and in a group, in a small group, well guided practice. So the experience become very different. Yeah, you find a huge difference, because feeling held, not alone, you can feel a real sense of safety in this experience. And then it's going very easily, gently, finally. And you are also supported by natural remedies, with simple remedies like herbal preparations, which can be helpful sometimes. Sometimes essential oils also, if needed. And gentle movement, as you talked about, breathing practice and nice hikings. And you can have support any time of the day you need. So it's changed the experience because, yeah, you feel really safe. There's at any time somebody who can take care of you and support you, because sometimes during this fasting retreat we feel a bit weaker. It's like the third days or fourth day, yeah, according to our body. But it's normal. It's not dangerous or something like this. It's just the process. And when guide, you feel secure and you can just accept it, that your body is going a bit slowly and like, yeah, yeah. And finally, in these conditions, most people are actually surprised to
Yeah.
see how smooth and gentle the experience can be. So
Yeah.
if you are curious to do it and a bit afraid, just, yeah,
Yeah.
trust your body and trust the group
Yeah.
and trust us to accompany you, because, yeah, it can become really easy.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And what would you say is the biggest transformation that happens that you
Yeah.
see? Because there's this day when, that maybe day 3 or day 4 when you feel a little tired, but then by the end you feel like so amazing. I mean, you feel so incredibly alive and rejuvenated, and it's a big
Oh, yeah.
transformation. And you see that. You've seen that a lot through
Yeah.
retreats that you lead.
Oh,
What
yeah.
would be the biggest takeaway and transformation of that into the rest of your life when you return
Yeah.
back home after?
What people share a lot of time with me is that they feel their body has become really stronger and more resilient after fasting. And they feel a real bigger vitality in their whole body. And they can recover easily from fatigue or stress. They feel really stronger.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing I can hear from people about the immune system. It is clearly recognized, yeah, that after fasting, they get sick really much less than usually, especially with common seasonal infections, and they don't catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing to experience it.
Wow.
Yeah. And another thing is the relationship with food also, that can really change a lot. Because after fasting, you really feel like eating very nutritious things, but good things for the body. And you're attracted by vegetables and fruits and natural food. You don't want to buy processed food with a lot of sugar or, yeah, oils. So it's a good, very good positive transformation also that can stay a long time
Yeah.
in our life.
It's really, I think,
Yeah.
one of the most transformative practices that I really felt how much it transformed my life in a positive way. Yeah, it's a huge tool.
Yeah. The way we take care of us afterwards also.
Yeah.
And the energy, the vitality can be really huge also after fasting. Yeah. A boost of energy.
Yeah.
Good.
Superpowers. It's the superpowers of fasting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
Great. Well, I really look forward to our retreat. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
uh,
In this beautiful area you
yeah,
live also.
I look forward to showing you all my favorite places also. And the sea here is so beautiful. And that's another thing, like the connection to nature during fasting is really, really nourishing.
And swimming during fasting can be really relaxing and in this beautiful colors.
Sunlight and all of that receiving.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah, me too. Thank you.